Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Dan Gubler. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer at Three International, and I'm excited to talk with you about a powerful product that we've developed called GLP Three. This is a game-changing product related to human metabolic health. And the purpose of this presentation is to talk about what GLP Three is, how it works, and how it can improve human health, especially related to weight loss. To begin, we want to talk about the problem, and the problem is obesity. Obesity is a scourge that's plaguing our planet today. Over half of the people on this beautiful earth are either overweight or obese. Think about that. That's a huge deal. When it comes to being overweight, a lot of people say, well, it's their fault. You just need to eat better and exercise more. But it's not that simple. I think we all know of people, maybe yourself, that you eat a clean diet, you exercise a lot, you do cardio, you also lift weights, and yet losing pounds is still a struggle. And when you look at the science, that can happen because of our metabolism that is not balanced. Now, when we talk about metabolism, we're talking about the millions of processes the body performs every single second. That's called our metabolism. And specifically, there are thousands of processes related to maintaining a healthy weight. And if those processes are not aligned, if they're not working properly, then it doesn't matter how healthy we eat. It doesn't matter how much we exercise. We're still going to have problems maintaining a healthy weight. And so that's the problem on hand. Over the last several years, there's been a really interesting, innovative solution to maintaining a healthy weight. And that all relates to an enzyme called glucagon-like peptide 1, or GLP-1. And this is an enzyme that the body naturally produces. And this enzyme binds to a receptor in the body called glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor, or GLP-1R. So you can think about it as GLP-1 is like a key and it slides into the GLP-1 receptor, which is the lock. So keys slide into locks, and when you turn that key, it opens the door or it opens biological pathways in the body. And so that's how it works. GLP-1 was discovered in the 80s. Scientists found that it was powerful for supporting healthy blood glucose levels. It was powerful supporting insulin levels, and it was great for losing weight. Scientists have found in the last 10 years it's great and powerful for losing weight. The issue was GLP-1 has a very short half-life in the body. Once it's produced, it lasts for just minutes. And so if you want to create a pharmaceutical or a nutritional supplement using GLP-1, it's not feasible because it lasts only a few minutes. Over the years, scientists have found, and a breakthrough happened when they found that in the saliva of a Gila monster, a big lizard, there was a molecule called extendin 4, which actually bound to the GLP-1 receptor, and it bound more tightly and more powerfully than the natural GLP-1 enzyme. And so through the years, pharmaceutical scientists have continued to develop more and more different GLP-1 agonists. We call it an agonist because it binds to the receptor that have been able to interact with that receptor and cause powerful transformations in human health. And so that resulted in synthetic, and they're synthetic because chemists have modified and synthesized these peptides, synthetic peptides that can actually activate GLP-1. And they've had some really powerful effects. And we all know what we're talking about with these synthetic GLP-1 agonists. The problem with them, though, is that they can actually cause loss of lean muscle mass. In scientific terms, that's called sarcopenia. And that's a big deal, especially as we get older. As we get older, the body normally and naturally loses muscle mass. If people are taking synthetic GLP-1s, that's accelerated. And loss of lean muscle mass can actually also lead to basically every negative health condition. A lot of people are talking about the skeletal muscle system as an organ of the body. And whether you call it an organ or not, whatever definition you want to use, this much is clear. Maintaining healthy skeletal muscle mass is a big deal. The other thing is that these synthetic agonists can cause nausea, constipation, hair loss, and a lot of other negative health conditions. Now, why is that? Well, these synthetic GLP-1s, they bind to the receptor, right? That key slides in, but basically when we're turning the key, we're actually breaking the key off. So it's stuck. Part of the key is stuck into that receptor. and that causes negative side effects. The other, because it binds so tightly. The other thing is that these synthetic GLP-1s, not only are they targeting that GLP-1 receptor, but they're targeting other receptors. We call this off-target effect. So instead of just targeting one receptor, it's binding to a bunch of other receptors and it's causing issues. So here at Three, we are the molecular experts. What we do is we travel around the world studying and discovering new molecules from Mother Nature that can support and promote and even transform human health. And so over the years, we've been looking for molecules that could mimic GLP-1, that could actually bind to the GLP-1 receptor like these synthetic agonists. But we wanted to do so with high specificity, without side effects, because Mother Nature, when you find natural molecules, these molecules usually don't have negative side effects. And that's because Mother Nature, for thousands and thousands of years, these molecules have been interacting with humans. And so, over the course of this iterative process, this molecular evolutionary process, we call it, these molecules have learned to interact naturally and they play nicely with the body. So, what we've wanted to do for many years is we've wanted to discover natural molecules that can bind to the GLP-1 receptor. And I'm pleased to announce that we've done that. We've found natural peptides. Now, you've heard the word peptides. Peptides are a big deal. A lot of people are talking about them, how great they are, and they're listing different peptides, BPC 157, TB 500, etc. But what we found is we've discovered a peptide complex that we call MBC 267. This stands for Metabolic Boost Complex 267. And this contains over 267 natural peptides that bind tightly to the GLP-1 receptor that can actually cause GLP-1 activity without the negative side effects. So this product, GLP-3, that's the name of this product, can help to obliterate food cravings. It can help to drop the pounds and lose weight, and at the same time, retaining lean muscle mass. And my friends, that's a really big deal. This product comes in a liquid tincture. You can see the product here on the left. You open it up, a dropper is in there. You take 3/4 of a dropper 30 minutes before your meal or as desired. That's the directions for use. It's easy to take. It's in the liquid format. You drop it either directly on the tongue or you could drop it underneath the tongue and let it sit there for a few minutes to increase sublingual absorption, but it really doesn't matter. However you use it, it's going to be powerful and impact human metabolic health. And why is it so powerful? Why is it so unique and important? Because of this MBC 267 complex that we've discovered. We've been looking at peptides and other molecules in salmon in Norway for many years. So MBC 267, it comes from peptides from salmon living in the deep ocean in the Norwegian Sea. And we also have peptides that come from mushrooms. They come from the white button mushroom, Agaricus blasei, and several other mushrooms that we use, and we bring those together to form MBC 267. Now, no other company on the planet uses these peptides. This peptide complex, MBC 267, is unique to Three International, and it's patented. And this is part, again, of our molecular discovery approach. No other company on the planet travels the world discovering new molecules, new peptides, putting them in new products to give new powerful results. And in addition to the molecules, we find these powerful molecules, but a dogma of human health is you aren't what you eat, you are what the body and what the cells actually absorb. And so one of the things that we do here at Three International is we are the world leaders in cellular absorption. And we've discovered over 12 different cellular absorption technologies that we incorporate into our products to make sure that all of the beautiful peptides and organic molecules in our formulations sink deep into the cell. And that's why people see great benefits on this product and our other products. We have other products called the Simple Six, which are 6 powerful products for human health. The reason why they're so powerful and so effective is because of our cellular absorption technologies. And that's why this product is powerful. Not only new ingredients, but also absorption technologies. And we've shown through clinical studies that our MBC 267, as you can see in this yellow bar, the way that it works, a mechanism of action is it binds to the GLP-1 receptor in a manner similar to synthetic GLP-1 agonists. And that's significant. Other nutritional supplements that claim they're GLP-1 supplements, the way that they work is they're increasing levels of that GLP-1 enzyme, or they're influencing biological pathways that support health of GLP-1, that enzyme. But again, there's a difference between the GLP-1 enzyme and there's a difference between the GLP-1 receptor. And what we're doing is our natural peptides, MBC267, they bind to the receptor, and they bind to the receptor in a more powerful and a more tight manner than the natural GLP-1 enzyme. So because of that, we're able to see more powerful results. And again, no other nutritional supplement works through this mechanism of action because of our MBC 267. And it's not just cellular data. That was what we call in vitro cellular data. We have real data. This is real data on human subjects, showing, this is a scatter plot, showing that GLP-3 can help us lose weight in a linear manner when used as directed. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Real data, real results on real people. Now, if you're hearing about GLP-3 for the first time and you haven't used it, I encourage you to talk to the person that invited you to listen to this and the testimonials that we're receiving from people about how their weight has been reduced and their overall health has been transformed because of using this product is remarkable. And that makes sense because what we say here at 3, new molecules work by new, powerful, unique mechanisms to give new results that transform your body, to give you a new you. GLP-3 is also providing powerful results. What we're finding with this GLP-1 receptor in the scientific literature is that when you activate GLP-1, not only does it help with metabolic health and weight loss, but it targets a lot of other receptors and pathways in the body. And what we're seeing, and it's confirmed in the scientific literature, that when you activate GLP-1, you can also improve mood, you can also get a better sleep, you can also improve energy, and as we talked about earlier, you improve metabolic health, specifically with maintaining healthy blood sugar and blood insulin levels. And so this is powerful. The way that people are seeing other results, GLP-1 is such a powerful target in the body that I like to say that it's like the new age multivitamin. Now, what do I mean by that? A multivitamin, we all know, it was developed in the 30s and 40s and 50s. A multivitamin is something that was designed to provide nutrients that the body needs for proper function. And so you take a multivitamin every single day to ensure that all those processes in the body are functioning properly. GLP-3, which binds to the GLP-1 receptor, is like the 21st century multivitamin in the sense of you should be taking this every single day to make sure that you're activating GLP-1, because activating GLP-1 is just as important for human health as vitamins and minerals are. So this is a product that you should take every single day. Now, people might say, well, I don't need to lose weight. Should I take this? Should I take GLP-3? The answer is absolutely yes, because in addition to losing weight, look at all these other benefits that GLP-3 helps to maintain and support in the body. And so we need that. So we should be taking it every single day for the rest of our lives to support health. We're really excited that GLP-3 is listed in the PDR, which stands for Prescribers Digital Reference. And this is the #1 medical database that health practitioners use to support health of their patients. When you go in and see a doctor and they do the initial diagnosis and ask you some questions, they leave for a few minutes. And what they're doing is they're checking medical databases like the PDR to know how to best help their patients. And isn't it amazing that when they look in the PDR and they look for something that can support GLP-1 because they think, man, my patient needs something that can support healthy GLP-1 levels, guess what? GLP-3 is an option that they see. It's in the PDR. And we are one of just a very small number of nutritional supplement companies that have our products in the PDR. Because to be in the PDR, you need to show clinical results, it needs to work by a novel and unique, powerful mechanism of action, and it needs to be different from just the standard white label nutritional supplements that are a dime a dozen out there that you could buy online or in the store. We're also really proud that we have our own intellectual property surrounding GLP-3. GLP-3, that name is trademarked. No other company on the planet can use that name. But more importantly, the science and the technology, MBC 267, and the other natural ingredients that we have in the product, like safranal from saffron, ginsenoside from ginseng, and alpha bitter acids from hops. This combination of molecules is patented. It's patent pending. So it's unique to three. So no other company on the planet can mimic what we're doing. No other company on the planet can copycat what we're doing. And so because of that, no other company on the planet can deliver the results that GLP-3 does. So, and you might be like, well, that all sounds good, but don't just tell me, show me. And that's what we do here at Three International. We run studies on our products to show that it does what we say it does. A lot of companies say they have clinical studies on a nutritional supplement, but usually what that means is they have a clinical study, or they're actually more accurately borrowing a clinical study from one of the raw ingredients that they're using in that nutritional supplement. But when you put in all the other ingredients at the amounts and whatnot, all bets are off if you're actually getting that clinical efficacy. And the other thing is, a lot of companies will say, yeah, it's clinically studied, but that ingredient, the clinical study was on 500 milligrams, and we only have 50 milligrams in our formulation. So there's really no clinical efficacy. What we're doing here in this clinical dossier is we're showing research that we've done, that we've conducted, showing that GLP-3 works, that it binds to the GLP-1 receptor, that it helps to mitigate loss of lean muscle mass, that it also has powerful properties and activities, and we show the patent information. So you can be sure that this product does what we say it does. You can find this in the back office, or if you're here, you're a guest here, and you don't have access to the back office, just ask the person that shared this link to you to watch this video, and they can send you this research dossier. So, my friends, I've hoped that you have seen how powerful this product is. This is a revolution in human metabolic health. It's a product that can help you achieve the long desired weight goals that you've lived for, that you've worked for, that you've tried to achieve. GLP-3 can help you get there. And not only that, it can improve every other aspect of human health. It's a product that works quickly, it works effectively, and we're just so proud and humbled that we were fortunate enough to stumble across the natural peptides MBC 267 that makes this all possible. Thank you, my friends, and take care.